Welcome back to Eagles hockey on Saturday night. It's hockey day in Canada. And your Eagles take on the Redwater Rebels. Xander Haggart and Jordan Park in the face-off dot. And Haggart wins it. And we are underway. Hit off the draw by your Eagles, and there's Hollick. His shot blockered high and out of play. Just 18 seconds in. Far side. Face off for the Eagles. Through Hollick. The shot sprags into the glove. We saw last night, Hollick score from this face-off formation. Redwater getting a line change in before this draw. Hollick shot goes out. And Redwater wins that draw. Ramirez Roscoe around the wall. Creef to the corner. Groslow, nobody home. And now here's Redwater the other way. Creef with the pick off just inside his blue line. Gannett off the wall around Whiskey Jack. McFarland back into the lineup, makes a play to the net. Can't get the shot to go. And Redwater picks it up from the corner. Bounce off the stick now. Groslow leaves it for Gannett. Gannett off the wall. Roy. Now here come the Eagles. Ruger LeClaire, and he stood up at center ice by Wolf. And now there's LeClaire. He has it again. He'll wire one to the corner. Plays it by Dukaniski, and they're going to call it at the line.
Because that numbered ticket's going to be good. Later on in the game, we are going to award one of the good-looking Christmas jerseys of the Edson Eagles. It's been signed by each and every member of the Eagles. We are going to award that before the end of the night.
Draws one. Stavely from the hash marks. Can't get it to go. There's Little. Little Dukaniski winds up, fires. Wide to the left-hand side. Little. Tied up. Wood with the puck now. Wood gearing up. Double team Ramirez. Roscoe with the steal. And now here's Redwater in. Nothing doing. McCain. That's stolen by LeClaire. Now Stavely try to leave it for Wood. Now Wood brings it in over the line. It's stolen from him from Park. Park sends it through. Redwater just dumps it in. Spraggs trying to catch Redwater on a change. Hardy poked off his stick. Kobach winds and fires. Wide near side. Now here's Redwater as Kovac stops that threat. Goffer sends back to his D-man, and now he'll take it for a skate. Drops it back. Kovac around the wall. Sprague's there. Sprague's off the wall high. Comes back to Sprague's. And now he'll take it through center ice. Gives it to Francis. Francis trying to find Hardy. Hardy down low. Hardy behind the net. Backhand feed up top. Goes back to Hardy. Hardy looking for options. Time and space. Gives it to Sprague's. Sprague's back to Hardy. Hardy. Shot. Right into the pads. Fenrich. Pass picked off, and Redwater will send it down. Deflected off the stick of Ngoche, and now there's Hager shot just wide. Schneider. Schneider off the pad. Now Gannett from distance. Looking for deflection out in front. Schneider. Hollick pinned against the wall. And there's Gannett. Shot on target, and Redwater flips it in. And it will be icing.
Thanks to Cal Tire and Edson for sponsoring your Edson Eagle jerseys this season. Need cough and cold meds, snacks, or last-minute health items? Shoppers Pharmacy Edson have you covered before, during, and after the game. Swing by, stock up.
There's Xander Hager lining up for the face-off. And we're just going to take a brief break as Redwater's goalie needs some maintenance. Draw one. There's a bit of a tie-up. Ngoche try to go to one knee to keep that in. Now he'll just dump it in deep. Moscal, the goalie, left it there, and Redwater struggling to get it out their zone. Now they do. Here's Roy. Roy shot, save into the glove. And now here's Tyson Hollick. Hollick, it's stolen from him. And here come the Rebels. Shot by Roy. Fired. Pad stopped by Savage, and now there's a 2-on-1 developing. There's Tyson Hollick. Yes, that is Hollick. It just went off the skate. No shot on the 2-on-1 opportunity. Creef in a battle for it in the corner. Kicks it free, but that will go to McLeod. Andrew plays it. Eludes Park, and now here's Groslow, shot into the glove of Moscal. Draw one by the Eagles. In tight! And just past King Charles's stick. There he is now. Bringing it around. And Redwater. Flipped up, goes over the stick of McFarland. Little. It goes up. Here's Jeremy Kreif. 1-on-3 into the zone. Shot off the pad and up and out of play. Draw. Shot off the draw by LeClaire. Now, that's a steal. That's Wood shot off the blocker. The Eagles been pouring pressure on since puck drop. Yet to find the back of the net. There's LeClaire. LeClaire spinning. Ramirez Roscoe on him. Now it's Sprague's high. That might have rang the bar. There's Kobach. Kobach deep on the play. Behind the net. Trying to find Wood. Gets it back up top. Sprague's deflects off his stick and up and
Looking to enjoy
out.
a cold beer or your favorite spirit, Easy Liquor has you covered. With a to Grim Sport, a local favorite for all things sports and outdoors.
Fenrich wins it to Hardy. Hardy trying to get through two guys. What a play to deceive. He was going back up high. Doesn't entirely work out. Fenrich around the wall. Eagles collect. Turned over. There's Roy. Spragues. John Spragues is turned over. Here's Roy. Nice defensive play by Tyvern Gaucher to get back. Off the John Sprague's turnover now, Gannett scored his first junior goal last game in the 11-2 win. Fenrich with a shot, gets his own rebound. Now here's Francis. Down low, stolen by Park. Park goes poked and covered by Moscow.
Every dish features spray all for your Eagles. Road signs, tickets, posters, and programs too.
Haggart wins the draw on a bit of a tie-up. Goes back to the point. Here's Hollick. Roomed around the wall. Hollick trying to find Haggart out in front. There's Gannett. Shot! Tipped home! Ryan Schneider, and it's 1-0 Eagles. Moscow's been so strong. It was a goal that had to be a deflection like that to get by him. And now your Eagles up 1-0. Hollick drops it back to Gannett. Schneider over to Haggart, trying to make it 2. Comes loose. Shot just wide. Hollick And no icing on the play. Here's Rowan Gannett. The primary assist on Schneider's goal. Here's Hollick. Hollick backhand feed just wide. Diver Ngoshie with a bit of a knuckle puck. And the Rebels ice it, and we're going to have an offensive zone face-off. Kreif in the face-off dot. Wins it to his left to Kaneski.
Eagles goal scored by
Over
number
to Little
88,
into the glove.
Ryan Schneider. Assist to number 4, Rowan Gannett for his 10th point of the season. Time of the goal, 9:32.
Rowan Gannett. Now 10 points on the year. 1 goal, 9 assists. Draw one back, Cameron. It's turned over. Out in front, McFarland with a glorious chance. Kaneski throws it back into the zone. Morton. Now Carter Little looks up ice. Had a strong game yesterday. Pair of assists for him. Shot on Savage off the toe. Don't know if exactly was on goal. But now, your Eagles the other way. Jeremy Kreif. In shot off
We extend a special
the stick
thank
in
you to
high.
the entire Edson. Their generous support has made a significant impact on our team, organization, and goals. Cheering for the Eagles? Keep your health in the game too. Visit Edson Pharmacy for prescriptions, wellness products, and friendly advice. Convenient, caring, and right here in Edson.
Raw. Won by Redwater. Now, it's another turnover in the defensive zone for Redwater. And there's another one. That one on the stick of John Spraggs. He lost it. Ramirez Roscoe, who's teammate on the left-hand side, trying to spring up Wolf, and too far for him. Kobuk back to grab it. Now Spraggs. Spraggs steal, but the Eagles get it right back. Kobuk. Kobuk through the zone. It's going in. And puck poked out. Now Spraggs. A few little stick handles. Icing is called, and we're going to have an offensive zone face off once again. Draw one by your Eagles. Gannett shot into the glove, and Moscow will hold on. Draw one by the Rebels. Now Fenrich with the steal shot. And Hardy just hops over his stick. Now Park being watched by Hardy to make a spin move. Flipped up into the zone. Savage there to pick it up. Hardy, it's stolen. Park out in front. Onto the tape of Alessis Hardy, and he'll begin his trek up ice. Gaining speed. Hardy. Out wide. Lost it for a second. Got it back. Gannett. Knuckler into the far side corner. Seen him have a few knuckle pucks and a few wicked ones from that spot early this game, including his primary assist on the only goal, Ryan Schneider, just about halfway through this period. Now it's 6:34 to go, dumped in, on goal, no icing. Savage gives it off to Little. Little, the mishap with it. Gets it right back, and now we'll slide one over to Hollick. Hager blows past one, blows past two, gives it to Snyder, they score. What speed from Xander Hager and Schneider as a pair. Draw one. Schneider to Little now to Kaniski. Schneider gets a touch on it, make sure it's not ice. Richard Ramirez Roscoe. Now Hager bounces off his stick. Little makes deflection off Roy. He's in, shot off the glove and high and out of play. Face off to the right hand side of Carter Savage. Crifen Park in the dot. And ref dropped it, and we're going to go try it again. This time Park wins it.
Eagles goal scored by number 88,
Go back.
his second of the night, Ryan Schneider.
And that's a hard shot. Rebound. What a stop!
Xander Hager at number 97.
Carter Savage sticks out the pad at the last possible second. That's Justice McLeod in absolute shock. He had half the net. And your Eagles still have a 2-goal lead. Sprags. Now, there's McFarland over the line. His shot wired just wide. Craft down now to Groslow. Shot on, save just wide for the rebound. Slap pass and by John Sprags. McFarland knocked down in the corner. And Savage leaves it there. Park watching Sprags Hill drop it off. Gets it right back on a bit of a give and go. Now here's Groslow over the line. Groslow behind the net, trying to find Creef in front. Now here's Groslow, backhander shot save. And now Schneider, line drive, is stopped by the blocker of Moscow. Now he gets it back. Puck eludes outside the line. Here's Gannett. Nice play by LeClaire. He also had to watch for too many men there. Groslow going to the bench. quite slowly. Still hasn't got off. Now he will. There's Greif. Greif shot high. Morton dumps one in deep. Now Gannett. Stavely. Too slow for it. Cameron. Turned it over. LeClair's shot. Takes a deflection high. Wood. Gannett and thought LeClair was going to take it. Didn't. And now Redwater has it. That's Roy's shot into the chest, and Savage will hold on.
Take place during the second intermission of tonight's game. Discs are $2 each, or 15 for $20. Sink it in the target tonight. You take home $190. Good luck to you.
Draws one by the Eagles. Here's Hager. Sorry, Hardy. Hardy. Little. Shot off the blocker. Now Hardy. 2:26 left to play here in the first period. Edson up 2-0. Fenrich. Through trying to find Curtis Francis. Now a backhander by Dukaniski up high on the play. Hardy on the cover at the point. Shot by Fenrich from a tough angle, denied. And now here comes Redwater as they just flip it in. Dukaniski. Saucer feed up to Curtis Francis. Now here's Alexis Hardy's trying to spin through. Lost his balance. Dukaniski. Francis. Wire one. Sprags. Up to Francis. Francis. Nice play. Can't get the shot to go. But there's a penalty coming up here. Belly to number 9, Caleb Quinney. That one's wired down the ice. Eagles power play. Very strong. And there's Hager up to LeClair. It's the second unit. Kobach to LeClair. Trying to find Tyson Hollick. Crazy how the Eagles, some of the Eagles' top goal scorers, and some of the top goal scorers in the league fall onto Edson's second power play unit. Savage. Kobach. Looks up ice, finds LeClair. LeClair stolen off of him, and they'll be forced all the way back.
2 minutes for hooking.
And now 5 seconds left to play. Hollick, he might have time, scores! 0.8 of a second. A power play marker. What a goal by Tyson Hollick. And that must change things for Redwater. Going instead down 2, now down 3, thanks to Tyson Hollick. And we'll be back in about 18. 3-0 Eagles is where we sit. Here we go. Period number 2 underway. Or about to get underway. Now it's underway.
Eagles goal.
And here's the
Scored by number
goal
98,
announcement
Tayson Halleck.
on the Halleck
Assist
goal.
Number 95, Ruger Leclerc. And number 67, Xander Hager. Time of the goal, 1952 of the first.
And there's a backhand shot save made by Moscow. And he'll hold on. Eagles starting this period with the fourth line out there. Draw won by the Rebels. Park stood up near his blue line. There's Sprague's shot. Goes just wide. Behind that, Francis. Hardy. Hardy, he'll take it. And Francis missed the give and go. And now the other way it goes for an icing.
Quick refill before the big game. Edson Pharmacy has you covered. Stop by for fast service and expert care because your health matters as much as the score. Whether it's hockey season or off season, Canadian Tire Edson is always there for our team and our town. Thanks for being a reliable partner and helping us chase every win.
Draw won by Ramirez. Or by the Rebels to Ramirez Roscoe. Wolf goes off the glass. And I'll be icing once again.
Our sincere gratitude to Trail Printing for their generous sponsorship. Give them a call and experience the difference of working with a trusted and reliable printing partner. A big thank you to the Brick and Edson for sponsoring all our pucks this season. Every shot, every pass, every goal is made possible by the Brick.
Leclerc draw one shot. That goes high. Gaucher. Down low. Gannett. Caught on the referee. Gannett now. Being watched by McLeod. There's Gaucher over Stavely offside. Draw one. Thumped in by Cameron. Morton. McLeod. Kaneski at the blue line. Shot into the glove on Moscow, who's made 27 saves through a period. Through a period in just over 2 minutes. Nice play by Carter Little. Halleck with the late dagger to end that first period. Halleck in over the line. Tries to find Xander Haggart. Haggart gets it from the wall now. Little from distance looking for a deflection. Big hit in the corner by Xander Haggart. Little finds Halleck, whiffs on the shot. Haggart off the pad of Moscow, and Redwater throws it down, not far enough for icing. Little. Backhand over to Halleck. He gets caught in his skates. Edson gets it back now. Schneider. To Hollick with some time and space shot. Rebound. Juicy. And it's into the glove.
Big thank you to the dynamic duo of Liz and Ashton working the timekeeper's booth tonight and every home game.
Kreif. I think he forced that one forward. And he has it now. Goes back to the point for Spraggs. Up top finds Kreif and Hill. Put that one just wide. Park. McFarland puts it in. He's sat down by Andrew. Kowak to Spraggs. Goes up, and here's Jeremy Kreif. Shot into the chest of Moscow, and he'll hold on. There's Roscoe. Pins Hardy against the wall. Kind of comes up on, kind of goes off the face of Roy there. Nah. Redwater. Golfer. Stolen from him now, Hardy. Circling back. Golfer on the watch behind his own net. Flip pass up. What a play to Francis. Now he'll come in. 3-on-3. Hardy tries to make a move. And there's Kolbach. Shot. Now Hardy blocked and by Ramirez Roscoe, and that comes all the way back. Spraggs, or Savage, sorry, picks it up in the corner. Hardy. They'll drop it for Spraggs. Spraggs skates past two, and odd man rush developing. And Fenrich whiffed on the shot. Now here's Hardy. Around one man. Now behind the net. Trying to find Spraggs out in front. Now Gaucher over. Fenrich. And comes loose and trying to find Park on the break. Turnover, and what a play by John Spraggs. And he'll take it into the zone himself. Spraggs on the forehand side. Shot save made. Gaucher over to Spraggs. Shot looking top right. Hardy goes across crease to Fenrich. Goes off his stick and out of play. Moscow has 35 saves for Redwater. Putting on an absolute show here. And he did so in Vegas as well. There's Gannett. Doesn't get through. Comes just outside the line. Gannett will give it to Gaucher. He'll wire one around. Goffer for Redwater's the first to get there. Off the referee. Now Gannett turns it over. And Goffer shot into the glove of Carter Savage.
Coming up right after this period. is all yours. Now, if no one makes it in, the closest frisbee to the target wins a gift card.
Draw. One by your Eagles, and here they come. Tyson Hollick with some speed, and it's blown dead at the line. I believe that was Xander Haggart who was astride before Hollick. Hollick now to Kaniski. Almost turned it over to Roy and would have had a rush chance. Now there's Schneider, and that's also called at the line. Xander Hager and Park out to take the draw as Park wins that one. Lukaniski throws it in. Where's Roscoe? And now here's Ryan Schneider looking for his third of the night. At the tip early in the period, and the deflection from Xander Haggart's shot, or Xander Haggart's pass, I should say. Just redirected it in. Now here's Park. Park. And I believe something happened with the door on the side, and I think that's why they had to blow it dead. Face-off coming just outside the Eagles' zone to the near side. Draw one by your Eagles, and Spragues goes off on Groslow and in. And now here come Redwater. That's Park. He's in. Nice pass, and McLeod couldn't finish. Sabish robbed McLeod earlier in the hockey game. Creef, too many moves, lost the puck. Quinney. There goes backhand flipped in. Now there's Whiskey Jack. Dangerously out in front. As the Eagles get that out one out of harm's way. Savage. Whiskey Jack was looming there. Cody Bick. Greifert deflects off his stick. Quinney. Dumped in by Whiskey Jack now. Goffer. And now here comes an opportunity. Shot save made. That was Charles
We
the
acknowledge
Creef.
all of our silver package business sponsors this season, including Grim Sports. Expert advice or everyday wellness support. Shoppers Pharmacy Edson is here for you. Caring staff, trusted
Draw
service,
one
and
by
commitment to your well-being.
Redwater. Now the Eagles have it. At the blue line off a turnover. There's Hardy. At the hash marks, down low for Francis, nothing doing. Hardy back up top. Tries to find, Yoshi tries to find Francis on deflection. Fenrich
No,
pinned against the wall.
it takes me
Hardy?
forever to read.
Now Gannett. Gaucher shot. Save made. And
Craving something delicious after the
now
game? Hungry Harry's
your Eagles heading to the power play.
a.m. Whether it's pizza, wings, or a late night snack,
Eagles.
they have you covered. Swing by or call in your order. They have your late night cravings just found their home. And a big thank you to Cal Tire for supporting the Eagles jerseys. this
Eagles
season.
1-for-1
Tires and wheels to full auto care.
on the
It's Cal
power
Tire.
play today.
Pro.
Thanks to Tyson Hollick's goal with 0.8 of a second to go. Draw one and cleared by Redwater, and there's going to be another penalty coming up here, I believe. Might have been played with a high stick, as well as
Redwater penalty
nothing
to number
coming
5,
up on the
Linton
board.
Andrew, 2 minutes for interference.
Now here's Hollick up to Hager. Hager's in. Shot. LeClaire. Ruger LeClaire behind the net. Hager. And there's a high sticking call against the Eagles. That's Ruger LeClaire. Park wins it back. Shot by Morton. Just wide. McLeod sends it down low for Park. Park can't get around Kobach. 4-on-4 for the next 108. That's Wood. Wood cross to Kobach. Kobach back up to Wood. His shot's blocked. Sprags. Kobach now. Through the zone, 1-on-2 now coming in. Shot into the glove. And Moscow will hold on. Hager out to take the offensive zone face off for the Eagles. He wins it back.
Eagles penalty
Schneider.
number 95, Ruger LeClaire.
And
2
Schneider
minutes, high stick.
popped off his stick. Gets it right back though. Just outside the line now. Redwater has it. Roy. Hager with the steal, and now the Eagles look up ice. Here's Xander Hager. Hager splits the D in. Shot and right into Moscow. And he doesn't look good. Xander Hager was in the process of falling, and Moscow just steamrolled. Has 36 stops today on 39 shots, really stealing the show, keeping the Rebels in this hockey game. Seems like both teams know that no harm was meant by Haggard to go in. And now here comes Bryce Carden as the backup.
I didn't realize Sam Bennett was out on the ice.
Haggart will be getting a penalty for the last play. It's going to be 4-on-3 for 9 seconds. 4-on-4 for.
Whoa, he got ejected, man.
Where's it say that?
Look at he's serving 67.
Eagles penalty to number
And draw.
67, Zager Hager. 2 minutes for goalie interference.
No. Sorry, no, it's going to be 5-on-3. Wood just skating out the time. 14 seconds to go. Wood hands it off. Kobach wires one down. That should do it for the 5-on-3. That's also a shot on goal. Cardin's first attempt. Now Park. He's flying through the zone. Shot save made. And Kobach will wire one around. Schneider trying to push past Ramirez Roscoe. Bounces back in. Sprags. Kobach. And that's another clear for Kobach. A third of this kill for him. Ramirez Roscoe. Park. And that one's deflected off of Hollick stick and out of play.
To grab your frisbees for the
30 seconds to go, and Xander Haggart goalie interference penalty. Quinney and Creef out to take the draw. No, it's going to be Ramirez Roscoe, and he'll win it back. As Redwater gets set for the breakout. And here it is, Park. Speeds through the zone. Behind the net. Negotiate knocks it off his stick. Ramirez Roscoe. Back up Park. Passed up and shot save made on Quinney by Savage. Four seconds to go on the kill. Draw one shot from distance off the blocker. Save made. Rebound loose. And Tyvern Gaucher cleans up that mess. Eagles successfully kill off both the 5-on-3 and the ensuing power play after that. Shot blocked by Gaucher. Bit of pushing and shoving in front of the net. Roy. And then Benjamin Roy with the shot off the blocker. Andrew. Roslow. Gannett. Gannett doesn't get to his intended target. Andrew will wire one in. Gannett sends it around to McFarland. McFarland pushes up the wall. And nice hit by Gannett. Sorry. Ngoshe. Fires one over to McFarland. McFarland in slow. Couple stick handles. Shot save made. Rebound off the back. And nice stop as
Broken screens.
Bryce Carden
Have you covered?
makes his
They
first
offer
few
roadmap
saves
diagnosis,
since taking over the cage
and
from
complete support for Mac and PC. Stop by, let them help you get
Moscow.
online fast.
Logan Moscow. There's Wood. Buchansky. Knocked that one in. Ramirez Roscoe. 3:37 left to play here in the second. Still 3-0 Eagles. Buchansky plays that for Kenton Wood. Wood's pass bounces off his sticks. Still good for Stavely. Bit of a knuckler, though. And now here's Ruger LeClaire. LeClaire. Saved by Carden. LeClaire trying to find the inside. Park. Park shot. Saved by Savage. Off his glove. Didn't hold on. And there's a hooking call against Edson with 2:50 left to play here in the first period. Draw one by the Eagles, and Spraggs rims that around the wall. For clear. Carden
Penalty number 74,
struggling,
Lucas Stavely.
controlling that one, and now the Eagles in the offensive zone. Schneider. He had the first 2 goals of the hockey game. The Rebels getting up. Here's Park. He's been flying today. Schneider and Wood will seize Park's threat. And now there's Roscoe spinning around. McLeod drops back for Park. Park. And the net now. Looks north. Gives it off to Whiskey Jack. Whiskey Jack flips it in. Park in the far side corner. Toe drag move. Park. Cross. And cross crease doesn't go, and Spraggs with a 200-foot clear. 30 seconds to go in the Stavely Minor. Redwater in over the line. Off the back, here's Hager. Hager flips, and Ramirez Roscoe. Shot on Savage into his chest, and that will do it for the power play for Redwater. 3 for 3 on the kill is Edson, as that one's going to be icing.
as the highly anticipated Frisbee toss is on the way. If you have Frisbees, make your way over to the southwest corner of the arena under the drop bag zone sign. There you'll find one of our game day volunteers waiting to greet you and escort you around to the players' box.
Whiskey Jack lost the face-off against some tired Eagle defenders. Been out there quite a while, some of them. Xander Hager. He's knocked down, no call. Schneider was also asking for a call as the stick was knocked out of his hands. Here's a dump in by Redwater's Martin with 10 seconds to play. Sprags will fire one from a full distance. And no time to call that one icing. No goals in the second period. We're still the same at 3-0 Eagles. We'll see you in about 18 for what should be an entertaining third period. here we go in what should be an exciting third period. Your Eagles still up 3-0. And Redwater in the zone. Goffer moves away from him.
Oh,
And there's a
no.
penalty coming up early. Kobach. Delayed call. As Hager was knocked down. There's Kreef. Kobach. And
Once again, that lucky
plays
ticket number
called
for
dead.
the jersey from the Eagles. Winning ticket number 17. We thank all of our volunteers for coming out tonight, from the setup crew, the security personnel, admission table, merchandise, bar,
Wood
timekeepers, and a whole lot
to
more.
take
We
the
can't
face
go without you.
off. Andrew's in the box. Draws one. And Whiskey Jack will clear. Sprags. Slows up now. Here's Groslow.
Redwater Rebels penalty to number 5, Leighton Andrew. 2 minutes interference.
Sprags. Looks up ice. Tried to make a pass. Got it right back off the stick. Moscow still not back in the net. There's Groslow trying to find Wood in front. Wood now has it. Wood. Down low to Groslow. Back up top. Pass Hardy. And now here comes Roy, shorthanded backhander just wide. And now here's Hardy.
Irrelevant.
Leclerc. Hardy. His shot goes way wide on the far side. Knocked back in. What a play. Groslow's shot. Stopped, and still 16 seconds to go here in the power play. Park against the wall, and Roy clears it out. Kreef. Kreef over to Kobach. Cross, and Kreef couldn't get enough mustard on that one. Wide margin of net to shoot at, and Quinny will flip it in on Sabic, and he'll hold on. Draw one by Redwater. And Little being hardly pressed. And now here's Hardy. Hardy. He's got the legs moving. Here's Hardy in. Forehand shot saved.
A huge thank you to Canadian Tire Edson for being a proud supporter of the Edson Eagles. Your commitment to local sports and community spirit makes a real difference on and off the ice. From prescriptions to everything.
And the Eagles are getting a power play here.
Your trusted local pharmacy, friendly service, expert advice, and everything you need, all in one stop.
That's going to be faithful to the box. Draw one. Hager. Bounces off his stick. There's Hager. Sends it up Schneider.
Penalty number 26.
Schneider.
Faithful.
Shot save made. Schneider. Andrew. Can't get it out. That goes to Hager. Hager with some time and space in the slot. Leclerc. Yeah, nuisance in front, and I believe he's the one going to the box.
95 on somebody else's goal.
Running coincidentals here on the Ruger Leclerc. Can't quite see who the other is. I think it's Andrew. That's number 5. And that's off the draw and covered.
Sports seem like they're coincidental or something.
Eagles penalty
Draw
number
one.
95. Ruger Leclerc, 2 minutes lasting. And Redwater penalty number 5. Leighton Andrew, 2 minutes cross checking.
That's Leighton Andrews' third penalty of the game. Now, it is coincidental, so doesn't harm Redwater too much. Now, Tyron Gauchier drops for Tyson Hollick. Hollick in, cross!
Good save.
What a stop!
Another big thank you to the
Had to
Edson for sponsoring all of our
see if that one actually went in.
Every shot, every pass, and every goal is made possible by
Bryce
Leclerc.
Karam,
Trouble, but no way to get there.
his best save of the game
Offers
since
on-site service and remote access support. They'll come to you or connect
coming in
online.
around the
Call them for help
6-minute mark
wherever you are.
in the second period. Draw. One by Redwater. Eagles steal, though. It's Wood. Drops it down. Spraggs was opening the hash marks. There's Hardy's drive goes wide left. And that will do it for the power play. There's a poke by Roy, and it goes up into the Eagles bench.
For the shizzle. The Eagles are here.
Fenrich lost a draw to Roy. Redwater needs some goal scoring opportunities and ideally a goal. Make this game within 2, and now here's a chance the other way for your Eagles. Francis. Hops over. Hardy stick, and here's Roy. Roy forced out wide by Gannett. The Eagles have played so strong defensively today. Now here's Fenrich. He's taking it for a bit of a skate. His shot off the blocker. And Gannett will touch it, or Joshua will touch up, and it will be icing. There's Schneider. Schneider off the blocker, goes high off the roof. And that's deemed out of play for that. Redwater thought they had too many men, but they actually had too few of men. So the other guy had to get back on. Schneider into the glove.
Trail Printing and Edson have been supporting the community for well over 50 years. For you, supporting the Eagles and your community with trusted health solutions.
Hollick wins the draw. It comes free. He's going to be dumped in by a Whiskey Jack. Goes around. Shot doesn't get through from Park. And Schneider went on the hit for the hit on Park. Park shot off the pad. And now Park. Shot. Saved by Savage. Now Tyson Hollick. Hager, what a play. Hager in. Held it too long. Whoa.
Next Eagles. You know it.
Draw one by your Eagles. And now, wow. And it's rimmed around the wall. Bick. To Kenton Wood. Wood. Wheeling and dealing through the zone. Gets pinned by three Rebels, and now the Rebels are out the other way. There's Roy. Shot. Out. Bounce off the high stick.
Nope.
And Ramirez waiting for the most pressure. Make sure some Edson defenders move up on the play. Maybe try and create a chance. But now the Eagles have it in their own zone. There's Gavin Kobach. Kobach. Stavely. He had a pair last game. Him and his brother scoring in that game, actually. And now, here's Redwater in. That's Park. Good defensive play, and Gannett and Park are kind of going at it on the one side. Now here's Stavely. Park. You watch by Gannett again, and shot. Good defensive read. Park Fakes the check on Gaucher. Big hit by Jeremy Creef. Wood just miss Creef, and that will be icing against the Eagles. 10:18 left to play. Creef wins the face-off. Creef to Stavely. Stavely works his way up ice. Gives it to Creef. Shot. Blocked now. Here's Gannett. Gannett off the blocker, high and out of play. There's Don McFarland off the draw. Farland shot and just wide. Or I think that was a block, sorry. And there was a touch. And there's Jeremy Crive. He lost it. Now Dukaniski will flip in. Andrew being watched by Crive. Crive gets there. Wasn't deemed the high stick. Crive winds and fires. Shot save. Crive has it again. From a harder angle, and King Charles Groslow on the doorstep couldn't bang one home. And now here's Redwater, and it's stolen. Carter Little. A little too hard for Groslow. Goes bouncing in. Spraggs. Spraggs to Francis. And now Whiskey Jack. Crife. Creef. His shot, save made. No rebound. Draw one by your Eagles.
6-1, 4-4-1. Blue ticket for 50-50. Make your way to the merchandise table
against the
and
wall.
pick up your $110.
John Spraggs knocks him down. That's Park laughing on his way back up. Ours Stavely. And that will be icing. Draw. And now here's Fenrich. Over the line, tries backhand feed over to Francis. Spraggs, too hot to handle. What a play by John Spraggs, and he'll work his way into the zone. Spraggs. Looking, goes to the net. Still has it. Is bouncing. Lots of room. They score! That's Matthew Fenrich. His first goals of the year, and I believe do it.
Is that the coach?
The captain's yelling at all their teammates.
And now here's Xander Haggard.
Not a good captain.
Shot.
Eagles goal, scored by number 98,
Shot.
Jason Hollick. Assist to number 17, Curtis Francis. At number 21, John Spray.
I guess the goal went to Hollick. I thought it was Fenrich. I thought it was a black cage. So I tell the two apart. There's shot on. Hollick.
That was his 25th season, by the way.
Yeah, I think that's.
That's Tyson Hollick's 25th
In 21 games.
in 21 games.
Insane.
Draw one by the Eagles. Comes outside the line. That's 6:27 left to play here in the nest
I guess.
on a Saturday night. It's a beautiful Saturday night, actually. It's like 7 degrees today. There's Xander Hager. Shot on by Schneider, and it's covered up.
No wheels, no brakes.
LeClaire wins the draw. Stavely a drive is stopped. Shot 64-18 in favor of Edson. Kenton Wood behind. Whiskey Jack kind of elbowed that one away. Now
Correction
Kenton
on
Wood.
the Eagles goal. Scored by number 93, Matthew Fenrich. Assist to Francis and Spraggs.
Well, Dale.
I know.
All right, so I was right. I did see a black. It's like it happens very rarely that I'm correct. So, you know, we love Dale though.
Are you giving me that correction?
Greatest in-house announcer we could ask for. Him and Carlo. And Carlo will be back Saturday night.
You. Betrayer.
And that will. Hey!
Let's try again to award this Christmas. Been signed by your.
Eagles have it off the face-off. That's
Redwater penalty number 3, Jordan Park. 2 minutes. Unsportsmanlike conduct.
and it's Park for unsportsmanlike conduct. You would have saw that was Kenton Wood just screaming in Ramirez Roscoe's face. Just repeated scream. Here's Hardy trying to undress Chiron, and there's a slash being called. That's Groslow off to the box.
Eagles penalty
Martin.
number 16, Charles Groslow. 2 minutes slashing.
Now here's Guffer in. Hager. What a play. Wired wide. On the left-hand side now. Now the Eagles have it. Still 4-on-4 for the next 53 seconds. Kobach drops back. Schneider backhander stopped. There's a drop. Here's Spraggs. A little bit of a mishandle. Now he gets it across.
You like that one, hey?
There's Hager up to get Gaucher now. Gaucher winds and fires just wide. There's Schneider, and looks like they have to fix the net.
Don't need any more sound effects for your driveway.
Draw one by Spraggs, and that one dung the iron. Now Gaucher, Spraggs with a few nasty stick handles between the legs, stopped.
Oh, that's not what I wanted.
Jan Spraggs with a beautiful opportunity.
Why is it playing that? Oh my gosh.
Oh, one by Redwater, and Quinny looks up ice on the penalty, on the power play, sorry.
Wait. No, on PK, man. Yeah, Redwater. Oh.
There's Ramirez Roscoe. Park. And that will do it for the power play. Park. Savage came way out of his net, and that's saved. No rebound. And there's a few pushes and shoves, and now it's a dog pile. Francis is going at it. Francis throws a few points. There's two fights at once, I believe. Hardy, I can't see the Redwater. Gannett and
That kid right there.
wow, what a tilt. That's Benjamin Waugh, Roy. And with 2:11 And the ref's just discussing with Kobach and Ramirez Raz on the penalties. And all that just to play 2 minutes left. Just to play 2 more minutes and 1 second. Yeah.
Eli, Eli.
Thank you.
Lemon, pineapple, or pepperoni?
I'm good, thank you, Amy. I had
Pineapple
a
or pepperoni?
I'll take Kevin, but Draw one, and Eagles clear. They're on the bow. A penalty kill for the next 9 minutes, apparently.
I'm not even putting that up.
Shot, save made. No rebound. Shot.
What day? Okay. Let me know. Thank you.
I'll even have a 9 minutes if I wanted to. Because it's a game misconduct and 10-minute danger, I guess.
Or
Served by one, that's crazy.
and Redwater looks for a way up ice. Now I wonder if they score, what actually happens to this power play. Does anyone know?
Power play, power play. Power play move.
So it's not a 9-minute penalty. It's for 2 minutes left. Our scoreboard, they work really hard, keeping that clock running, keeping our goals and shots up to date. They just didn't want to put up all the penalties, and honestly, I respect that.
It's going to take longer to input it all.
As it slowly gets put onto the NJHL website.
Last minute of play in the third period.
Wood. Reflected. Fenrich. Wood. Wood starts away. Fenrich on the near side corner. That's taking Quinney. Quinney with a little rush play.
I know, I started getting
And here's Kenton Wood. Getting the wheels going with 15 seconds to play.
I've already had too much chloride. I had Cassidy or King here, and then
And your Eagles are now officially 22-2. And Carter Savage with yet another shutout. It's a 4-0 win for your Edson Eagles. We'll be back here in the next Saturday when we play the Hinton Canadians. And we hope to see you here or you watch on our stream. Thank you so much. Have a great night.